The other day we got the Black Ops 6 Vault Edition revealed, but I rushed to get my video out because it was breaking news and I had to be somewhere. So now that a couple days have passed, I've had more information to take everything in and share more detailed thoughts on it. First of all, as you know, the 4 skins that you're going to be getting with the Vault Edition for $100 for Black Ops 6 is that Brutus / the Warden is going to be returning, as well as the sentient robot Klaus from Richtofen. Now there are 2 other skins and I didn't really know who they were initially when I saw this, and I noted that I didn't really think they were important, but apparently it's going to be Adler as well as Park. So both of them from Black Ops Cold War are returning. We already knew, of course, Adler would be returning, but now we know Park is similarly returning, but they've got some wacky skins. Now some people are getting annoyed that the game's having wacky skins from the get-go when, of course, all of the marketing is about it being dark, gritty, and serious, but I guess this is just for multiplayer or Warzone. Honestly, I don't really care about this. I think there's way more important things to worry about regarding this game, so I don't really care about this at all. There are also some cool skins that are going to be coming, some cool blueprints, and these are all seemingly zombies themed as well, and they look very cool. We can see the purple glow and there's an eye even on them, very Lovecraftian. And of course there's going to be Blackcell included with the Vault Edition once again, like it was in Modern Warfare 3. But the thing I didn't include in my prior video talking about this is that Gobblegums are going to be returning, and you're going to be able to get some within the Vault Edition. Now it just says coming soon, and we don't know what Gobblegums are actually going to be included in the Vault Edition. Now of course Gobblegums, if you didn't play Black Ops 3, was the loots that you could get inside of zombies, and they were very cool. I really enjoyed the Gobblegum system, and you would be able to unlock them in that game via earning liquid divinium, which you would earn for getting to certain milestone rounds in the game, like round 5, 10 or whatever, or opening doors or completing Easter eggs, things like that. I can't remember all of the exact logistics behind liquid divinium, to be honest, but nevertheless at launch the Gobblegums were not able to be purchased. You could only unlock them by just playing the game and using that liquid divinium you would earn. But there were 2 different types of Gobblegums. Of course, you had the standard ones, and then you had the ones that you could only get via liquid divinium, and you would be able to spend points to get them from Gobblegum machines that would be located in the map. Now at launch the Gobblegums would randomize which location they would spawn in, but then they changed it so every single Gobblegum eventually was active in the game, and also the first Gobblegum you spin every single round would be free and not cost any points. But it wasn't like this at launch. This was a very, very big change, and of course eventually post-launch they made it so that you would be able to buy the Gobblegums, which was essentially gambling because it was just a slot machine that you could pay infinite amount of points in. Now in Black Ops 6 Zombies they are not going to be introducing a gambling system to get the Gobblegums. You are only going to be able to get the Gobblegums seemingly through some sort of in-game currency that we don't know how it's going to work just yet, or by getting the Vault Edition, or by buying microtransactions in the game like bundles or the Battle Pass. There'll be Gobblegums probably included in both of them, similar to how in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies as well as DMZ there would be exclusive bonuses that you would be able to unlock, such as spawning in with a self-revive or spawning in with more health or an extra loadout slot via purchasing specific bundles. Now like I said, we don't know exactly which Gobblegums are included in the Vault Edition or are going to be returning in this game, but Conan Pizza has done a summary because so far they show classic, mega and ultra rare Gobblegums but no mega rares currently. We can only see 2 colors, orange and red. Orange Gobblegums used to be an automatic use scum. As for red, we've only ever seen them in the original trailer for Shadows of Evil. Their final form was purple. So the Gobblegums are going to be working different in this game. Now before I continue with the rest of the discussion, I first have a very awesome message to share with you, and we'll be right back, so stay tuned, enjoy. I'm pleased to announce that this video is sponsored by Vaydeer, who have just launched a brand new upgraded product than the one I've showcased on the channel before, that being the Vaydeer enlarged turntable mouse mover. You might be wondering, what is a mouse mover? It's a useful little gadget that keeps your mouse active by subtly moving it every few seconds. This is perfect for situations where you're waiting for something to load, playing games that may remove you for inactivity, or just waiting to maintain an active status at work or school. But just remember to complete all of your tasks on time regardless. These are the highlights of the sleek and stylish Vaydeer enlarged turntable mouse mover. It has a larger turntable than the one I showcased before for extra convenience, and different mouse sizes, adjustable intervals for natural movement. It features an LED display for details on when you power it on, as well as how many seconds until it next activates a turn if you have it set to move periodically. It's completely undetectable and driver free. The experience is super simple. Simply plug it into your PC/laptop and begin using it immediately. It simulates realistic mouse movements, fooling any system with ease. There's a panel where you can either increase or decrease the amount of seconds until the next turn. If you want to do so manually, enjoy the freedom of an adjustable interval time to suit your needs. headsets. Rest assured, it maintains a noise-free, cool performance even after extended use, plus their excellent after-sales service guarantees satisfaction, with responsive online customer service within 24 hours, a 30-day no-questions-asked refund/replacement policy, and a generous 4-year warranty for peace of mind. How excellent and kind is that? I'm sure we are all fed up with most companies having absolutely dreadful customer service that is so anti-consumer. They have the complete opposite philosophy in mind, to ensure that everyone who uses their products is happy. So if this mouse mover sounds like a device that could revolutionize your digital experience, why wait? Scoop one up today from Vaydeer's website or on Amazon. You can find both links in the description and the pinned comment, so get ready to move your mouse with Vaydeer. Now right now it's kind of worrying because we don't know how the Gobblegums are going to work. Like I said, there's the chance that they could be pay to win. Now yes, Zombies is a PvE mode, you are not playing against other players, but at the same time you are competing for leaderboards, etc. And Gobblegums in Black Ops 3 basically destroyed the leaderboards. I know you can do no Gobblegum runs, but people would just spam shopping freeze, perkaholics, or round robin, which would just allow you to skip rounds, so you could theoretically just keep on skipping rounds until you get to whatever round you want. But we don't know in Black Ops 6, of course, how overpowered the Gobblegums are going to be. There's the possibility that all of the overpowered ones like perkaholic, shopping free, etc. are not going to be inside of this game. However, honestly, I think how it's going to work is at launch, there's probably not going to be too many overpowered ones, and just like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 and even Infinite Warfare with the Fate and Fortune cards, probably as time goes on, they'll continually add more and more overpowered Gobblegums as time progresses. But yeah, I think the way it's going to work is probably through a direct currency, similar to the Ethereum crystals you could get in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, on milestone rounds and completing Easter eggs. Or you could get extra ones by exfilling. Now I hope that the Ethereum crystals return and you can also get upgrades to perks, etc. like were in that game, but I hope that this is also the way you unlock Gobblegums. But I hope that it is easy to unlock the Gobblegums, because if they're going to give you the option to purchase them directly, then it defeats the point of an in-game currency if people can just bypass that. And as a YouTuber, it will force me to have to buy them, because on launch, of course, I'm trying to get guides out, and I just won't be able to compete with the other YouTubers who will be buying these things unless I buy them. And I understand this is a niche concern because it's only for YouTubers. Now, personally, I'm really happy that Gobblegums are returning because I think they allow for a lot of creativity. For example, Cody and Pizza had the myth-busting series, and it allowed for so many fun things that you wouldn't be able to normally experience in the game, and hopefully Killing Time is back. But at the same time, I just really hope it doesn't go down that pay-to-win method where people just have to spend a lot of money to get all of the good stuff, and I really hope that the in-game way to earn them is fair. But the problem is they of course want to force you to buy microtransactions, so if they make the system fair in game, then less people are going to be buying them. Activision is not going to be happy, so they may be making them very overpowered. Now, in terms of a storyline sense, people are saying, well, does this mean Dr. Monty is going to be returning if the Gobblegum is back? But seemingly before the end of Tag der Toten, Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man, the Apothecans and Keepers re-merged back to one, and then were sent into the Dark Ether. And of course, everything from the old multiverse was sent into the Dark Ether, including the Gobblegum machine. So yes, whilst these were created by Dr. Monty, them returning doesn't necessarily mean Monty is returning. I guess he could be, theoretically, or could return as the one, but it could just be a similar case to Cold War Zombies where the perk machines returned, but they returned from the Dark Ether. Remnants of them were found from the Dark Ether because they were sent in there on Tag der Toten. So it could just be the case that these have just been scraped up and found from the Dark Ether. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily confirm that Monty is going to be back, but I guess it's a possibility. And whilst you could gamble for these in Black Ops 3, the good thing was that you could close the application at any time before the game would end to keep them indefinitely. And this is why I think it wasn't as controversial in that game, because you could keep them. But of course, for all games moving forward, you no longer could in Black Ops 4. And definitely in Black Ops 6, you won't be able to just close the application. It's great that they never patched it at all during Black Ops 3's life cycle. I think Treyarch probably let us because they were not a fan of it themselves, and Activision probably just hadn't really caught on at the time. If you could close the application in Black Ops 6, I wouldn't be so concerned, but like I said, there's no way they're going to get around it, so I hope that some glitches are found so you can keep them indefinitely. The way they may introduce them is similar to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies with the schematic system, where the Gobblegums might be on a cooldown. I think that would be a good way. You just unlock them once, and then you can get extra ones that you could either buy or use a Liquid Divinium or Ethereum crystals or whatever currencies in the game. Of course, not Liquid Divinium, because that was Liquidized 115, which has been wiped from the universe. but I think a cooldown system would be a way to make it fair. Don't have the cooldowns too long though, but if you're able to generate, say, a perkaholic every 2 days or so, I think that would be good, but I don't know if they're going to do that. They might also do it similar to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies with the exfilling system, where when you exfil, maybe that's the way that you obtain the Gobblegums. Maybe you can obtain them in the game, but you only get to keep them if you exfil to bring into future games in an extraction shooter style way. Again, it's very hard to make a judgment on Gobblegums in Black Ops 6 considering we have no idea how they're going to implement them yet. And when they do announce it, then we'll get a better idea. And considering that they're going to be in the Vault Edition, I wonder if they're going to give us details when Black Ops 6 is revealed. Surely they have to, because if people are going to be pre-ordering the game on June 7th, they need to know what they're actually purchasing. So most likely we'll get some kind of idea as to how they work soon. The other thing I want to point out is back regarding the Vault Edition skins, regarding Brutus, as well as Klaus returning. Now, first of all, like I said, I don't know if these skins are going to be relevant to the zombie story, or if they're just going to be skins for you to buy and they have no relevance, but I feel like they might be relevant to the story because it makes complete sense. First of all, one of the round-based maps apparently going to be at launch is Terminus Island, where the Requiem heads are being held in a prison by Richtofen. So what makes complete sense is for Brutus to return as the warden of this prison and him to be present on this map. But he has red eyes within the skin, and of course this is because he was in control of the Shadow Man on Mob of the Dead / Blood of the Dead, but he has seemingly returned from the Dark Ether. Since everything was thrown in the Dark Ether, just like the Gobblegums, anything can return. But yeah, I don't know if he is going to be on the map or if this is just for a skin, but if so, I find that very interesting. And then we also have Klaus, and Klaus's skin is different from when we last saw him because for some weird reason he has some sort of exoskeleton now on him, and he also has skin on him, and this is similar to when Ted was brought back in Alpha Omega in Black Ops 4 Zombies. He then had skin on, which was very creepy. But I think this is interesting because we're apparently going to be getting a West Virginia map, which seems to be a TranZit remake of some kind called Liberty Falls. It seems like this is going to be based on a real-life town known as Harper's Ferry, mixed in with some TranZit elements. So I feel like maybe the town, for example, from TranZit is going to be a part of this map, and it's going to be a merger of them both, the real-life location as well as TranZit. And if so, it makes sense that maybe Klaus could be present on this map instead of Ted, because they are similar to each other, both being robotic AI. But another thing that's interesting is it has been speculated, and I made videos at the time during Cold War Zombies, that Klaus's AI personality was based off of that of Richtofen's, the director of Requiem, because all of the Cerberus Wonder Weapon AIs on Toten were based on the Requiem heads.
Hello, I am CRBRS, but you could call me Cerberus, sure. I'm a Requiem service weapon, if you couldn't already tell.
With the Cerberus and also Klaus all being made by Dr. Grey, so it would make sense that Klaus, considering that he was sent on Toten to cover up information about Project Janus, Richtofen's plan, that his AI might have been built on Richtofen himself, and in fact the quotes in Toten reference back to a lot of Richtofen quotes, and he does sound somewhat similar to Richtofen as well, but with an Americanized accent, which makes sense because this new version of Richtofen may have grown up in America the whole time. After all, he is of course working for the CIA now, so it's possible that could be the case.
An American-made robot with a German personality.
And if so, we know for Project Janus that Richtofen likely requires a huge gateway to the Dark Ether, and maybe Klaus is able to return from the Dark Ether, maybe Richtofen orders Klaus in the Dark Ether to try and rescue his son Samuel that we speculated he's trying to do. Of course, the last time we saw him on Toten, he was sent into the Dark Ether to seal Valentina's gateway because the time was not right for Janus. And in that time he's been in there, maybe he has been trying to rescue Richtofen's son. And Nolan North actually voiced Brutus, of course, and he potentially might have voiced Klaus as well, but this has never been confirmed. But like I said, it does sound kind of similar, but Nolan North did voice the director in Cold War Zombies, even though he did say before launch he wasn't returning. He did in secret voice him, although he had a voice changer on. So it seems like Nolan North could be voicing Brutus in this game, as well as Richtofen, who's obviously going to be back, and maybe Klaus as well, if we are right that his AI is based on Richtofen. But again, that's just speculation there, but that could explain why he has skin if he's based on Richtofen himself, a physical person. And Klaus seemingly carried this nuclear Ethereum device into the Dark Ether and sealed it away, but now it's literally in his chest. So again, I wonder if that has any relevance. Valentina's conversion machine, this inversion warhead, Klaus went in there to detonate it, but seemingly he managed to survive the blast of the detonation, and now the warhead is stuck within his chest. But again, I wonder if this could be relevant for Janus or Richtofen's plan in some way. The other thing is, we know of course of the Sergeant Frank Woods pre-order the skins. This is what you get for free for just pre-ordering the game, and there's going to be 3 different ones. One is the numbers, one is a standard skin, but he doesn't have the 115 tattoo anymore because obviously 115 is not canon, just like in Cold War. And then we also have one with the numbers. Now, he is standing, although he should be wounded, in a wheelchair like we saw him in Black Ops 2 in the canon, so it's possible that either Black Ops 2 is being retconned or this skin is just not canon to the story, which I think probably it's just not canon, and that's it. Actually, apparently these wood skins are referred to as classic wood skin, implying that yes, Black Ops 2 is still canon, and these skins are not canon and simply pre-accidents. And if he is going to be involved in the Black Ops 6 reveal event in Warzone, that similarly will not be canon, of course. People have also found the finishing move where he does the classic Black Ops stance, and they've found his voice lines in the files.
You can't kill me!
And yes, Damon is reprising his role voicing Woods in this game, like in Black Ops Cold War. James C. Burns is not returning. Lots of people have been speculating that he would be returning in this game because he's been posting about Black Ops 6 a lot on Twitter, but of course he would not be posting about leaks and stuff like that if he was to be returning. So James C. Burns has been recast as he was in Black Ops Cold War for the foreseeable future, but I think Damon does similarly do a good job. Now, unfortunately, Damon's deactivated his Twitter because I think a lot of people were sending him hate because of this. Don't hate on him. For one, he's not even the one who made this decision. He's just an actor doing his job that he was assigned. He has nothing to do with the casting decisions, so don't send him any hate. And either way, I think both people do a very good job portraying Woods. Of course, most people are probably going to be more drawn to the original because, well, they are the originals. His personality is literally who Woods was based on, but I think Damon does an amazing job as well. Anyways, that's everything I wanted to say in this video. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.